You've heard it your entire life. Drink more water, 8 glasses a day, stay hydrated. It's the one piece of health advice nobody argues with. Water is clean, water is pure, water is the single safest thing you can possibly put in your body. There's no such thing as too much, right? Now picture a radio station running a contest. The prize is a game console. The rules are simple. Whoever drinks the most water without going to the bathroom wins. One contestant, a healthy 28-year-old woman, drinks bottle after bottle, 2 gallons over a few hours. She jokes on air that she feels lightheaded. She goes home with a pounding headache. And a few hours later, she's dead. Not from poison, not from anything hidden in the water, from the water itself. So what's going on? How does the safest substance on the planet, the thing your body is mostly made of, kill a perfectly healthy person? The answer isn't that water is secretly dangerous. The answer is a chain of events, stacked one on top of another, that has almost nothing to do with the water and almost everything to do with something else in your blood you probably never think about. Let's clear something up right away because the premise of this video is a little misleading, intentionally so. It's not really the amount of water that kills you. You could drink those same 2 gallons spread across an entire day and be completely fine. It's not the volume, it's the speed and what that speed does to the balance inside you. To understand it, you have to stop thinking about water and start thinking about salt. Your blood isn't pure water. It's a very precisely mixed solution, and one of the most important ingredients is sodium, salt. In a healthy person, the sodium level in your blood sits in an incredibly narrow band between about 135 and 145. That number matters more than almost anything else in your body, because sodium is what your nerves and muscles run on. Every thought you have, every heartbeat, every breath, all of it depends on electrical signals, and those signals depend on sodium sitting at exactly the right concentration. Your body will do almost anything to keep that number stable. So when you flood your system with water faster than it can cope, you don't just add water, you dilute the salt. And that's where the trouble begins. Here's the mechanism, and it comes down to one simple rule of physics. Water follows salt. Whenever there's more salt on one side of a membrane and less on the other, water moves toward the saltier side to try to even things out. It's called osmosis, and it's happening in your body every second of every day. Normally, it's perfectly balanced. The salt concentration inside your cells and in the blood around them is matched, so nothing moves. But when you drown your blood in water, the blood suddenly becomes less salty than the inside of your cells. And physics does what physics always does. Water rushes out of the diluted blood and pours into the cells to balance the concentration, and your cells begin to swell. Now, for most of your body, this is survivable. Your skin can stretch, your muscles have room, a swollen cell in your arm is not going to end you. But there is one place in your body where swelling is a catastrophe, and it's the most important place of all, your brain. Your brain is sealed inside your skull, a hard, fixed box with no room to spare. It's one of the few parts of your body that physically cannot expand. So when water starts flooding into brain cells and they begin to swell, there's nowhere for that extra volume to go. The pressure inside your skull climbs, and it climbs fast. This is why the early signs are so easy to dismiss. A headache, nausea, feeling foggy or confused, exactly what that contestant described on the radio. Those aren't minor symptoms. That's a brain beginning to swell against the walls of the skull. And if it continues, the pressure builds until it triggers seizures, then unconsciousness, then it starts crushing the parts of the brain that control your breathing and your heartbeat. That's what kills you, not drowning from the inside the way people imagine. Your own brain swelling in a box that won't let it. But here's the part that ties it all together, and it explains why this is so rare, the rate. Your kidneys are extraordinary filters. On a normal day, they can process huge amounts of water without any problem at all, but they have a speed limit. A healthy pair of kidneys can only clear roughly a liter of excess water per hour, maybe a little less. That's the ceiling. Drink within that limit and your body simply flushes the extra out. That's why a normal person can drink plenty of water across a day and feel nothing but a few trips to the bathroom. But drink faster than your kidneys can keep up, and the water has nowhere to go. It backs up into your bloodstream, the dilution begins, and the whole cascade starts. It was never really about how much, it was about how much, how fast. Which raises the obvious question. If this is so dangerous, why doesn't it happen by accident all the time? And the answer is genuinely reassuring, because your body fights you every step of the way. You have a built-in defense system, and it's called thirst. Under normal conditions, it is almost impossible to drink enough water to hurt yourself, because long before you get close, your body makes the very idea of another sip revolting. You feel full, then bloated, then nauseous. Every instinct screams, stop. To reach the deadly zone, a person almost always has to deliberately override that warning. And that's exactly who this happens to. Contestants in drinking challenges, pushing through the nausea to win a prize, fraternity hazing rituals. And strangely, endurance athletes, marathon runners who sweat out huge amounts of salt over hours, then drink enormous quantities of plain water to keep up, diluting what little sodium they have left. It even happens to people on certain party drugs like ecstasy, which trick the body into hoarding water at the exact moment they're drinking bottle after bottle. In every single case, the pattern is the same. The body said stop, the person didn't. So the next time someone tells you that you can never have too much water, you'll know it's not quite true. Remember what's actually happening in there. It was never the water that was dangerous. It was the salt getting diluted. And the diluted blood pulling water into your cells by simple osmosis, and those cells swelling everywhere, harmless until they reach the one place that can't afford to swell, a brain locked inside a skull with nowhere to expand. All of it only possible because someone drank faster than their kidneys could ever keep up, pushing past the one instinct designed to save them. It's not one failure, it's a chain of them, each one setting up the next. Water isn't poison. Your body is built almost entirely around it, but everything, even the safest thing you know, has a line. And on the other side of that line, the substance keeping you alive becomes the thing that ends you. Not by being toxic, just by being too much too fast in a body that quietly begged you to stop. So the next time someone tells you to just drink more water, remember, your body doesn't want a flood. It wants balance. Too little will hurt you. But now you know too much can too. If this changed the way you think about that glass in your hand, hit subscribe. We break down the hidden science of everyday things every single week. And I want to hear from you. What's the most water you've ever drunk in a single day? Drop it in the comments. Let's see who's been living dangerously. Stay curious, stay balanced. I'll see you in the next one.